Love or hate what you're about to see, but this has got to be the closest thing to cheating or hacking that I've ever seen on console. What you're watching in the background is footage of what I'm talking about. You can refer to this as an aimbot, a cheat, whatever. I'm just going to call it a cheat. The goal of this video is to explain how the cheat works in depth. Not to promote it, but rather to spread awareness and to reduce misinformation. So anyways, enjoy the video, let's get right into it. Now when I first saw this gameplay, it just looked fake. I called it clickbait garbage because it just looks like normal Cold War gameplay, right? With rectangles and all this other crap edited on the screen. But after I went on their site and I researched what this program actually does, my opinion kind of changed from clickbait garbage. So it all starts with a console and a PC. Of course, the program gets loaded onto the PC, and then the user would buy something called a Titan II. What this does is it allows the controller to have a connection between both the console and the PC. And then a program can be loaded onto the PC that edits the controller's movements. So for example, anti-recoil, if you were to press the aim and shoot button, the script would then pull down on the right stick without you having to. So anyways, you pull up the program and then you can stream the gameplay to the program, either over your internet or with a capture card. So the program takes your gameplay, right? And then it analyzes it using machine learning. It learns to look for enemies on the screen. And then as long as that enemy is in the red rectangle, which you can increase or decrease the size of, it will then know how far you have to move the stick to them and it will shoot. And then not only that, it detects what gun you're using by looking at the name in the bottom right, and then it will assign an anti-recoil profile to that gun. So you'll pick up a gun, it reads the name, and it knows how far to drag down the right stick whenever you go to shoot. So that's basically how it works. It takes the information it sees on the screen, downloads it, reads it, whatever, and then basically plays the game for you. The only thing that you really have to do is walk around and press the aim button. That's all you need to do. Now before we get into the explanation, I have to clear two different things up. Because I know if I don't mention it early enough in the video, I am guaranteed to get comments about it. The first thing is that even though it looks like it, this is not a wall hack. For a wall hack to work, it needs access to the game's file. And with consoles, they're secure and up to date just enough to where no one can break into the game files and look at them. Second thing is that a lot of people think that this cheat works off of aim assist. There are cheats out there such as the Cronus where it works off of aim assist, and the way it does that is that it tries to detect the aim assist bubble, and then once it detects that, it will pull the controller stick towards that bubble. So when a user locks onto an enemy, it sticks and it's much harder to miss shots. I'm just going to throw up a quick clip to explain it visually. A lot of these clips are low quality, so it's kind of hard to see, but with this one, hopefully it should explain it. As you can see, this guy is loaded into a custom game with a bunch of teammate bots walking around. And you'll see whenever he goes to aim in, the boxes come up and it looks for people moving around. It finds someone moving around and it tries to snap to them. And like I said before, you can customize it how you want. So for example, the red box that you see, you can either make it larger, smaller. The overlays that you see here, like the blue squares and the lines, you could turn that on and off. And this is only visible within the program. It's not going to put an overlay over your actual game. It just gives you a reference to see on the computer program itself. And then in this clip here, this is the anti-recoil stuff I was talking about. The program reads the name of the gun when it's been taken out, and then it assigns a profile to it. So you could basically pick up any gun in the game and the program knows how to control the recoil perfectly. Then there's this part of the original video that I showed where it can detect enemies based on the image itself. The CDL scan is standing here in the corner, completely still, but the program is able to detect it anyway. When the program gets used on Modern Warfare, for example in this clip, you could see that it thinks dead bodies are enemies because it's analyzing the picture and it looks like a player, even though it's not moving. So hopefully my explanation was good enough with this cheat and now you know what it's about. But now we ask the real questions. Is this going to affect Warzone? Is Warzone broken? Are streamers going to use this and not tell anyone? Is Bad Boy Beaming going to upload 15 videos about this? Now a reminder that you're welcome to leave your take in the comments, whether it's positive or negative, but if you want my take, I don't think it's going to affect things very much. When I look back at all these videos yesterday, I looked through them very slowly, and I wanted to see how good this thing is. And to be honest, it doesn't look very good. For example, there's this player behind the stairs who never gets acknowledged by the program. There's another part where the program thinks a dead body is an enemy. And then there's also parts where the program thinks that teammates are enemies. Aside from that, I've never seen gameplay of this in Warzone. The person who made this has never bothered to play Warzone yet. and instead is only playing hardcore game modes where you only need to land one shot. And then when it comes to Warzone, there's a lot of things that I would imagine that work against the cheat. For example, the cheat looks for movement, right? There's a bunch of seagulls in the air, and I'm sure at least once you have mistaken this for a parachuting player. If you can make a mistake like that, I'm sure the program can too. And then if any teammates get into your line of sight, the program's going to try to snap to your teammate instead of the person that you're shooting at. And then lastly, there's a lot of engagements in Warzone that are long distance, meaning that the enemy takes up a lot less pixels on the screen. Most of these clips that you see here are in multiplayer. These kills are no more than 20 meters away. In Warzone, sometimes you're shooting at people like 80 meters away. So I don't know, we have yet to see its potential against long distance targets. Keep in mind in that range, you do have to account for velocity. So that would mean you do have to shoot in front of your enemy just a tiny bit. The cheat doesn't show any of that, and instead just shows people locking onto basically anything that moves in a hardcore match. But aside from that, dude, the anti-recoil is still insane. How it's able to read that off a screen and know exactly how to pull the stick down. Right now, I'm honestly not worried about this cheat, but I'm still just so mind blown as to how it works. However, what I am worried about is what this cheat will look like in 6 months. It's been in development for a very long time. This person has been working on this for months and months and months. And with machine learning, I believe it's only going to get smarter and it's only going to get better at tracking targets. Now, hopefully, this does put the pressure on Sony, Microsoft, and also Activision to help prevent this. So far, nothing has been done or said to anything revolving around strike packs, Chronuses, or those anti-recoil aim assist enhancing mods. Literally none of that has been acknowledged by Raven or Activision at all in Warzone's lifespan. But I mean, on the positive side, hopefully with this, we do get some acknowledgement. And not only that, I hope they keep up with it daily, because companies like these and hack companies, they will usually get a patch workaround the same day. So with all that explained, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. Generally, I don't like doing this kind of stuff, especially after the NetDuma video, but still, it was interesting enough, and I really want you guys to know what's out there. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned something from it. Join my Discord if you're lonely, and follow my Twitch for free brownies. My name is Wetzel, and until next time, peace!